How do I say your name?
Bader.
Bader.
Yes.
Bader, not Badger.
I mean, people say it Bader,
Okay.
Bader, but the proper way to say it is Bader.
Okay, great.
But we accept everything.
All right, we accept everything.
Exactly.
So welcome, Bader.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the Almost Era, our first episode here in London, which is super exciting.
We meet the quality of season 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with what problem you're trying to solve as the founder of Joude? And
Of
tell
course.
us what Joude is.
So we started Joude, Faisal and myself. Faisal is my partner. We started thinking about this when a lot of our friends are moving to new cities. And we realized all these people had an amazing group of friends in one city, but then they move to another city and they're very sociable. They go out to the best places, but then they end up just going with the same people.
Yeah.
And we're like, right, so what's out there for a sociable young person like ourselves, basically? And we realized like we want something that is cool, nice, natural, and exclusive at the same time. There are plenty of traditional apps out there, but there isn't an app or a community where people want to join and be part of it, not because they need to, because they want to. And what this means is you usually want to meet new people through cool plans, through fun stuff, not through, being part of a traditional app that targets mostly like the loneliness or the desperation of meeting someone new.
People want to be seen in cool groups. You want to be known by your social circle, especially in a city like London where status is embedded in the DNA of the city. So how do you kind of break into developing authentic relationships and connections? From where I'm sitting at, it feels like you've kind of nailed that problem in trying to attract the right crowd, but also not edging in towards this slightly negative or like cliquey mentality where, you're still welcoming to people.
Absolutely.
There's true friendships.
No, it's very hard, but at the same time, the way we do it at Joude is using a very natural approach. We believe that what makes a friendship is multiple successful interactions that potentially could end up with a friendship. We don't tell people come to Joude because you're going to meet your best friend next day. We tell people is you're coming to Joude with people that share your lifestyle, with people that hang out in similar spots to you in London, but you've may not met them before because of this problem of approaching new people, but we're bringing them to Joude, and we always do plenty of founders videos on Instagram to discuss the different stuff we see at the gatherings. For instance, a good example is with Joude, we do a lot of weekly smaller plans, and then once a month we do the day party where everyone from the community can come. Now, the smaller plans usually happens in nice lounges where it starts with like 1 hour conversations between the members, then the vibe gets louder, there's music, dancing, people start enjoying themselves. We had a lot of members who arrived 1.5 hours late to the gathering, and they say we struggle to have a convo with people. The lesson here is, yes, but the whole idea of arriving on time is to meet those people in a more quiet setting. No one want to chat for 4 hours because this is not really a place to just talk for 4 hours. People get tired. People want to stand, dance, grab a drink, enjoy. And such a problem, if we didn't have the power of social media, would be very hard to discuss the importance of showing up on time for members to have similar experience. Because we had situation where like, a lot of like active members show up 2 hours late. Everyone is mingling at that point, and they're like, right, I don't feel like I'm able to meet anyone. I'm like, yeah, exactly, because you came late, which means you need more effort now.
Exactly. This is have you heard of Indian Standard Time?
Well, I'm an Arab, so it's actually even more dangerous.
I don't know. We can have, I mean, this is nothing to be proud of. I am a pretty punctual person, so that bothers me. But let's talk a little bit about your journey as an entrepreneur, building something. It seems like in a short span of time, a year and a little bit more, you've seen things go really well. What are some learnings and things that have not gone so well?
No, of course, it's a good thing. Look, plenty of things didn't go as we expected, but I think when we looked at the problem and we wanted to do something about it, me and Faisal decided, let's take the first step, do it. But let's not do it in a very, app focused way, very formal way. Let's just test it in a very fast, cheap, easy way, and let's get going. First, what we did actually the first week, we went to Hyde Park, and we thought that the best way to introduce people is through one-to-one interactions on a WhatsApp group, basically putting them in one WhatsApp group and then leaving it to them to plan their night out. And then what we realized is we end up putting like girls and girls, boys and boys in the same WhatsApp, and then they just say hi, and the conversation dies and no one says anything. So this goes back to like, right, maybe these two people have similar lifestyle, maybe they would actually get along, but you cannot count on these people to plan the gathering themselves. And secondly, some of the interactions were successful and they did go out, but then they realized like, oh my God, one-to-one feels like so much pressure. Like you're introducing one guy to one guy or one girl to one girl. Yeah, plus like, you know, conversations kind of fizzle out, etc. And we kept changing and, you know, being dynamic with our approach till we realized that actually group-based gatherings are the best because they're very easy. The one-to-one pressure is kind of gone, and the number of group is very important. So what we realize is groups of 10 to 15 during the weekends is amazing for people to mingle together. Then once at the end of each month, you do a big party, usually a day party, because you know people are more sociable during the day for everyone to meet. But there was like something super funny where we were like, right, let's try to do a dinner, because remember, like, right, so you've solved the number problem, you solved the frequency, but how would people want to socialize? Over dinner, over drinks, whatever. So we've done a dinner at the start, and then it went all wrong because we realized, because we realized like people get very awkward when they want to socialize with people they don't know over food, because when the menus arrive, the choice of food is always like overwhelming, plus the allergies involved, then how you want to share the plates, plus let's say 45 minutes into the gathering, you're bored. How would you really step out without paying your bill? All these complications, which is why we've been focused mostly on drinks and activities during the weekend, where it's very easy, the commitment is very low, and people can get in and out whenever they want. And frankly speaking, we didn't only learn about all these things from going there only, but we keep asking our like top members, like, what do they think? So it's like a lot of pivoting and reiterating, absolutely, and, like, revamping the app, a lot of feedback. Let's talk about you as a founder and you as someone in your almost era, kind of navigating life and, you know, life in your late 20s. What is something fascinating about yourself that you've learned while building Joude and being an entrepreneur that 3-4 years ago you didn't think this would be where you're at, or how you'd want your future to evolve? Yeah, no, it's a good question. For me, when I'm doing all these things, I'm not really feeling the time or the pressure. And I'm very happy that we are trying to solve a problem with Joude that feels very natural to me. And even if I'm spending a lot of time with people and working on it, it doesn't feel work, because you're actually solving something you really enjoy. And you're not only enjoy talking about the problem, you're actually enjoying the solution. So when you are there, you're meeting amazing people. It makes you think how bigger the world is beyond your small circle of friends who you were like part of. So that was like really good thing. And secondly, I think what I learned is like you're able to do much more with your time than you think you can. Like at the end of the day, like the day is actually pretty long. Like if you do 6-7 hours of sleep. Are you okay? You manage 6 hours? Yeah, like 6 hours almost. Okay. If you stay healthy, like you have plenty of time to do stuff. Because remember, like we are living in a social media crisis. This is also another point where maybe a secondary problem is how much people with amazing social skills are consuming so much content on media because of this quick dopamine hit they get that is really ruining a lot of the potential real life experiences they can be having. Yeah, I so agree with that. I had a phase where I had to kind of just get off social media or, you know, cut it significantly. But in that process, what happens when you're pulling back from social media, you actually miss out on a lot of opportunities. Like, for example, if I'm in London, I don't post about being in London, then I have no idea which of my friends who are pretty much all over the world
oh, someone's in London, you can meet up for dinner or something like that. What's your business model?
So the business model is very simple. At the moment, we're an exclusive community. So you need to either join through a referral code or you will need to apply. Once you are on the app, you get invited to the plans that happens on the weekend or the monthly party for now. And per plan, there's usually a fee associated where you will need to pay as you go. Okay. The reason we are doing more pay as you go rather than subscription, because we really don't want any potential sociable person who would enjoy Joude to get stuck at the point where they need to commit 20 or 25 pounds monthly subscription. Right. We want them to come try it out. And at the end of the day, the goal is to build as big community as we can. And eventually you will need to adapt your business model based on the business need. Right. But for now, we want someone who loved our brand awareness on Instagram, downloads the app, not to hesitate to be active and to actually head there. Yeah.
I think as you grow, there will be other issues that will come with scale. Absolutely. You know, managing the type of crowd or managing the payments sort of infrastructure. How many people want to pay 20? How many people are willing to pay 100? Absolutely. And also, a lot of the times, apps become too exclusive, and then the same members club kind of issue.
Exactly. So. But one last thing, I think if you're building a solution that people love, all these becomes details. Like we have a lot of our friends who are, you know, like finance oriented. They love to ask this question about like, right, what's the exact business model? And me and Faisal keep saying, we don't know. Yeah. What we know is we want to build a solution and we want to build a community where people every weekend are waiting for the Joude plan to come because they know it's the right place and the right crowd. Yeah. And everything else is secondary. And to be honest, it's very evident in our numbers. So 60% of the people on the app are people who joined through other people's referral code. Okay. And almost every user have referred at least one person so far, which shows you that people have been spreading the word about Joude, which is the thing we're focusing on compared to the details.
How large is your community, right?
So we are around 1,300 users at the moment. We have around 800 active users who are actually active in the Joude community. We're not trying to run it as a members club, but we're trying to run it in a way where we want to filter people based on lifestyle, based on their choice of places to go out, etc. And this is why we prefer a slower, steady growth than too much growth that destroys the community.
I love that. And what's the next city?
I think we're going to be in Dubai soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would have thought you'd say somewhere in Europe or Paris.
No, we're going to be in Dubai because the trend has been plenty of people, plenty of expats are moving there, amazing sociable people. And the reality is they want to meet the similar sociable people. Yeah. And we're going to have Joude sorting them out.
Very nice.
So keep an eye, guys.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a quick London question. You know, someone has officially become a Londoner. Fill in the blank.
I think when you're able to squeeze a pub before dinner and pub after dinner, and then you properly go out.
And what's your favorite restaurant in London?
My favorite restaurant?
Or speakeasy?
I would say Naked and Famous and the Cavita one.
Sure. Very nice. Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
So much fun. I can't wait to be hopefully next week at one of your Joude.
We would always love to have you. Guys, keep watching season 2. More to come.